webcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to the webinar. We're on here at Ablesys. Take a look at some of the signals that the software gave out, and just to basically show you the right way to use it as far as waiting for the two time frames to come together. And that gives us a lot of confirmation, which is really what, very helpful in trading, is when you have confirmation. And we use two different time frames. We use the Abletrend TS indicator. That's the algorithm that we use. That's working so well for many years now. So it's really been very helpful for everyone. I have a Home Depot chart up here. This is a daily, weekly combination because Abletrend works for all different styles. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader, scalper, swing trader, or even a position trader. It works just as well. It just depends on whatever you're comfortable with. Everybody has different risk tolerance and different objectives in trading. Obviously, if you can't be in front of the computer all day, well, you can't day trade, which is fine. You just swing or position trade. Works just as well. Just depends on whatever you like to do. That's the nice part about Abletrend, is you could just kind of tailor it to whatever style you like. You can pick any time charts that you like. So let's jump in here. So we've got a Home Depot chart. We've got a double, we're looking for double confirmation, or what I call triple confirmation. That's what I call it. And that's the combination of a blue bar, because blue means buy, red means sell, and green or blue means uptrend, red means it's going to go downtrend, and then green means sideways. So right in here is when it all comes together. When you're looking on the chart, just look for the crosses. Like if you're looking at this like live and you're watching it, there it goes. Okay, I got blue bars, that's good. And I've got blue dots below, that's good. Now I just need a blue cross. I need the weekly to agree. There it is. So the weekly's on a buy. The daily already was on a buy signal. The daily came in right here. That's a buy signal. But you had weekly resistance above. The red dots and the red crosses is resistance. It blocks the prices from going higher. And Abletrend told us a month before it even happened, there's going to be strong resistance there. And 6 or 7 times the prices went right in that area and stopped. So it's really good information to have. And then once we got the weekly buy signal, the blue cross, we already had the daily. Now we've got a blue bar, we've got the blue dot, and these are support points which stop or block the prices from going lower. Just like the red dots and red crosses is resistance blocking it from going higher. So, we would enter the trade here right around 220 and took that one all the way up until the bar. We put the stop loss on the previous lower small blue dot. Now, when you're in such a strong uptrend like the market has been the past 3 months, which is the strongest in the history of the market, it's okay to even put your stop loss a little lower. Give it a little more room to breathe, especially when you're doing the longer term charts. Some people even go down to the weekly crosses and use that as stops. That's perfectly fine. I mean, your stops are going to be a lot further away, but you won't get stopped out as often. It just depends on whatever your risk tolerance is. Nobody can tell anybody, how much to risk, because everybody's completely different. Some people hate drawdowns. Some people don't mind it at all. Some people love to make a lot of trades, get in and out quickly. Some people hate that. They just want to ride out the trend, and they're more patient. It just doesn't matter. So I would suggest, we always say the second lower row of small blue dots, meaning you'd be stopped out here at around 246 after getting in at around 220. So it was a really big winning trade, and Abletrend kept us in this trade for 2 months. It's a really nice long trend. As long as you have these blue dots below, stay in the trade. You're in an uptrend. You don't have to get nervous and get out so quickly. And then today, which is why I wanted to show this chart, we've got a new buy signal back in again. After the stop out, we've got the blue bar, we've got the blue small dot. It's there. It's hard to see it, but it is there, right there. And of course, we've had the blue weekly. It's been on a weekly buy signal for 2 months. So we've got everything what we're looking for, which is triple confirmation. And the same way I read this chart is the same way you would read a gold chart or an E-mini S&P chart or anything, a day trading, swing trading position. It's exactly the same. That's the nice part about Abletrend. It's the same for everything, and it works just as well for everything. So, okay, so we got a new buy, so we'll see what happens. 249 and change here. We'd be back in again at the close of that bar. Was always wait for the bars to close. Once the price bar closes, whether it's a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 day, a 1 week, it will never ever change again. But the prices are moving during that, during that time span. So that's why we wait for the bar to close before we make a final decision. So good stuff right there. Big winner in Home Depot for Abletrend users. Okay, let's take a look at the mini NASDAQ. Really choppy day. I mean, as good as it's been, and it's been really fantastic this year, and just about almost every day. Today was a losing day, and I want to show that because it's not all perfect. There's nothing perfect about any trading system in the world. It's just not possible. I mean, I would love that if it was true, but we are going to have an occasional, down day, and it was just a really, really choppy day today. Now, I want to suggest a 3-minute chart, 3-minute, 9-minute chart, which I've been saying the past few weeks has been really accurate, really nailing these moves. And it's keeping us out of some of the chop when it's sideways too. So, if you feel the 1-3 is a little chop, 1-2-3 is a little choppy, like on a certain day, I mean, just, don't feel free to jump over to either the Russell, the RTY, or just jump to a higher time frame. So that's why I like to keep a couple charts open, and kind of, oversee the situation. I love 15-minute chart for long-term guidance. It's a really smooth, accurate chart with Abletrend's indicator on it. Really good. Okay, so I keep that on all the time. I want to basically know where's support and resistance. Look how many times the prices came back down and like full speed stopped right at the blue dots. Like, wow, that is really helpful because you know where there's support. And same there with the red dots. Look how it's going right to the red dots here. And this is after hours. And it stopped right in that area of the red dots. Like, that's really helpful. So I like to know that. And that's really helpful to know where the blue and red dots are. And, just the overall, direction of the 15-minute chart. For futures, extremely accurate for futures, especially for the minis. So going over the chart today, the thing why it was so choppy was that the big move came early this morning. The big move came at 7:30 Eastern this morning, when the retail numbers were getting ready to come out. I mean, that was anybody who trades pre-market, which is fine to trade. You can trade overnight, anything you like. That's up to you. It's 24 hours. The futures market. Abletrend works 24 hours. Although I would use a 3-minute, 9-minute chart if you're not trading during the normal market hours, 9:30 to 4 o'clock New York time, 6:30 to 1 Pacific. If you're not trading, if you're outside in those hours, if you're outside of those hours, morning or overnight, maybe you're in Europe and it works out great for you, or you're in different time zones around the world, I'd use a 3-minute, 9-minute because the market doesn't move as much, trading the globals. So you want to use a 3-9, and as you can see here, it was a fantastic signal right there. That gave everybody about 60 points profit. But it was pre-market, so we don't like here in the U.S., especially on the East Coast. We don't trade well, really, no, anywhere in the U.S. We like to wait for the market to open because unless there's news, if there's news coming out at 8:30 Eastern, which there very often is. Today was the retail sale number, which obviously was much better than expected. Or if there's the payroll report on Thursdays, and then once a month, the first Friday of the month is the non-farm payroll report, and that's going to rock the market. But nothing rocks it more than 7 or 8 times a year. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern on a Wednesday afternoon when the Federal Reserve makes an announcement on interest rates. I don't want to be in the market at that time. because it's going to be a wild mess, usually right after that. So you just got to be careful and know, when they do that. 7 or 8 times a year they do that. But after that, we got this triple confirmation sell signal there, there. We've got a buy signal there and there. And those were small, but they were losing trades. Fortunately, we had a no trade zone there, kept us out of that mess. But then after all of that, we had a really nice, perfect triple confirmation sell signal. Red bar, red dot, red 1 minute, red 2 minute, red 3 minute sell signal, all on sell signals. And here's the key. The price closes under the blue dots. Even if the 3 minute, remember the 3 minute X has 3 minutes to decide. The price bars only have 1 minute. So the 3 minute X could switch in the middle of 3 minutes. The prices are moving up and down. Well, that's fair. That makes sense. The thing is, if you wait till after the 3 minutes, sometimes the price is gone. So how do we get around that? Well, as I've said many times, we wait as long as you have triple confirmation at that time, and the red bar closes under the blue support point, which is the X, take the trade. If it turns around and it flips, we get right back. We get out of it. Small loss. No, nobody's going to get hurt. The big red is the 3 minute. The small red X is the 2 minute. The red dot is the 1 minute signal. You've got triple confirmation. 1 minute says sell. 2 minute. 3 minutes say sell. Red bar closes under the blue cross. Doesn't get doesn't get better than that. So we're going to short it at the open of the next bar right there. As soon as that bar opens, we hit the sell market button. Obviously, always market. Down it goes. That was a home run right there. That was a huge winning trade, like 50 points. Actually, it was even more than that, but I always factor in commissions and slippage and all of that. So that helped because it got rid of, it made up for those earlier choppy trades. However, more chop here, losing trade there. Small loss, but also losing trade. No trade zone here. That was good. Kept us out of a lot of chop. No trade zone here. That was good too. That kept us out of chop. Anybody trading today and without able train got completely annihilated because it was just a choppy mess. I mean, it was a losing day too. I repeat that because, I tell it like it is. This is about real life trading. It's about serious trading. Be very disciplined. Yes, yesterday was a fantastic day. It was a killer day. Huge winning trade. Huge winning day. Today, we gave some back. That's okay. Occasionally there's going to be a really choppy day like that. It's going to happen. I can guarantee you they'll be losing trades. Guaranteed. Win trade here, triple confirmation, blue bar, blue dot, blue cross, blue everything. Above the red crosses, just screaming at us to get long there. And that worked out okay. Made a little bit on that trade too. Short here, that was about a break even. No trade zone, all in here. Why? There's red and blue on the chart at the same time. Any red and blue means stay away. It's too risky. It's probably going to be choppy. The guidance chart is a chop indicator. It tells us when choppy market is going to come before. Not 100%. If that's the case, we'd never have losing trade, and this would be like an automatic ATM machine sitting out millions of dollars. I wish, but that's not realistic. But when you have red and blue together, it just means stay away. It's going to be risky. And Ablesys only gives out low risk trades. Again, they'll be losing trades, but only low risk trades is all we want. And then a nice triple confirmation sell signal right there, which went down nicely. There's our 2 green bars. We're going to put the stop 2 points above. When we get 2 green bars after, we're in nice profit. Shot down, but boy, it shot up really quickly. And we wound up being out right there. So we gave a lot back from that trade. Then it was pretty much a choppy mess all day. But the 3 minute, 9 minute, this is no trade, by the way. You need the big X. The 3 minute. 3.9 was really good today. Much smoother. We had a nice sell signal there. This was all one big no trade zone. So my point, look at all the charts, because the clue there, especially if the really choppy in the morning like an NQ, switch over to RTY. Very often it's very different. And RTY at many days is smooth when NQ is not. There's a really nice sell signal in there. Some losing trades, but this was one big giant no trade zone. Just red and blue at the same time. No trade. Stay away. It's a mess. Really nice sell signal. A lot of no trade zones in RTY today, which is great. Kept us out of chop when most others are going to get beat up. Losing trade here, small loss, but it was a losing trade. Want to make sure I point that out too. No trade zone in here. See, you got red above, blue below, stay out. It's a mess. It's going to get stuck in the middle. And that's exactly what happened. Now, let me show you something here. Because this is something I've been meaning to say. And I think I find this helpful. Let me find an example. And by the way, no trade zone, all in here. Just one big choppy mess the software was alerting us of. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, here, this is what I wanted to show you. When you see dots and crosses on almost like on top of each other, in other words, multiple time frame right in here. You've got 2-minute crosses, you've got 3-minute. When you see here again, 2-minute, 3-minute on top of each other, the small cross, the big cross, when you have dots and crosses all horizontally on top of each other, like together, that just means you've got double or triple support, meaning there's a really strong wall of support under the price. It's going to have a hard time breaking through it. So the more dots and crosses that are on top of each other, horizontally, from left to right, the stronger that wall of support or resistance is, whether it's red or blue. Obviously, blue is support, red is resistance. So that's important. Keep that in mind because that'll help you determine where there's a really strong wall of support or resistance. All right, let me get back to the questions. Alan, what's your thought? Oh, Edmund, other than the 1 minute, what else would you recommend for scalping? Any time frame. Any time frame. They'll all work the same. Here's a 15-minute, Edmund. Look over here when it hit the blue dots. Bounced off it and went higher. Look over here, hit the blue. This is a 15-minute. Hit the blue dots twice there. Bounced off it and went up 30 points. So any time frame chart, as soon as it hits the dot, that's the time you would want to go long or short. Alan, what's your thoughts on tightening the stops on a 2 or 3 green bar, staying in the trade? I'm not sure what you mean, Alan, but that rule, we pretty much stick to that. We only do it if you're 10 points in profit on NQ or 4 points in profit on ES or RTY. You can do anything you like, obviously. Anybody can do whatever they like. You can tweak this any way you like. Absolutely, you can. If you're asking me my opinion, using it every minute of the day for 16 years, I just would stick. I'd stick to the rules that we have in place because it works. I mean, we had one losing day today. This is like the first losing day in like weeks. And there's going to be more, I can guarantee you. Eric, was 1625 a losing buy? Let me go back to that. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but let's take a look. 1625 is after the market is closed. 1600 is 4 o'clock, so the market closes. However, if you would 1625, I don't see 1625. So I'm not sure what chart you're looking at, Eric. This is like 1610, but the market's closed then. It's 4 o'clock. I mean, we don't trade after 4 o'clock. Everything shuts down. Actually closes at 4:15 Eastern. I'm not sure what chart you're referring to, sir. My good friend Michael Z. On RTY at the close of the 1037 bar, Let's go back to that. The bar was 8.4 points. Would you really sure it was putting the stop? It's 9 points of risk. That's an easy one, Michael. Just go slightly above just go a couple ticks above the top of the red bar. I most absolutely would, because that's quadruple confirmation. Yes, sir. Quadruple confirmation. And you're below the blue support point there. That's a beautiful thing right there. And if that's a little too much for you, play it, see if it bounces back. If it doesn't, there's a small bar here, didn't bounce back, take it, jump in. That's going lower. Bars are red 1 minute, red 2 minute, red 3 minute, below the blue crosses, below support. Let's take a look at the 3.9 at that time. Right about in here, it looks like. Yep, below 9 minute support, red bar on the 3 minute, red bar on the 9 minute, red cross. How about the 15 minute at that time? That's right about in there, breaking below 15 minute. I mean, you've got multiple confirmation on top of confirmation. So yeah, that one you'd have to take. You meant 16 is the day today, / 928. Right, let's go back to 928. 928 is before the market. The more the market opens. And again, we prefer to wait for the market to open. Remember, you never want to be in the market right at 9:30, because that's when it opens, and it usually goes wacky. So you don't want to be, if you were in it from the pre-market, I'd be out a couple of minutes before, regardless of what happens, because it's the new session starts and you get an extreme volume explosion, and it's 50-50 which way it's going to go. 928 Pacific. Okay, that's 1228 here. 1228. 1228, right? Okay, right about in here. So yeah, well, that was really about a break even, Erica. As you can see here, you've got triple confirmation buy. Shoots up nicely. Were you talking about the Russell or the Nasdaq, by the way? You're like 5 points in profit. This is $250 in profit. I'm going to get that stop, which was way down here, double, way down there. Okay, Russell, good. This is the Russell. Now I'm going to get that stop a little higher here, and this is a 1 minute, 3 minute, by the way. I believe you said you like to trade 3 nines, which works great. This is the 1-3, so a little faster in and out, a little less risk because your stops are tighter. But yeah, you put the stop a little bit below the green bars, and you'd be out there. So yeah, it was a small winner, like 2 points. 2 points is $100 in the Russell. Okay, just get that stop a little. Let's move that stop from way down there a little closer when we're in profit of at least 2 points, 4 points for the Russell. You're right about at that mark. So we got in long at 51. This is 54. Boy, right at the mark. So let's just say, I always take worst case scenario. So let's say we're obviously out on the red bar. So yeah, small winner on that one, Eric. Long at 51, out of the red bar at 53 and change. So it's 2.25 points. Just say 2 points. It's $100. It's a $100 winner. Okay, so that's how we use it. I mean, it's the same rules, same color, same dots, the same webinars that I've been doing all these years. I don't change anything because, if anything, we just tweak things if we find something works a little bit better. But the same basic rules are always the same, and stick with it because it works great. And I'm glad to help anytime too. So everybody, and a lot of new people in the room, you've got a 1 month trial. Try it for 1 month. That's $108. After the 1 month, your choice is to either buy it for 1 year or a lifetime license. For a little more than the 1 year, you get a lifetime license. So that's your better value, but it just depends on whatever you like. All the prices are on the website, and it's either 1 year or lifetime. No month to month, 1 year or lifetime after the 1 month trial. If you buy it while you're still on your trial, we actually have a nice 10% discount for you. So we take quite a few $100s off of that. But most importantly, see what you think. I'm always glad to help. And have a good night and stay safe, everyone.